Last week I skated for the first time since I had hip surgery in January of 2023, and although I felt super stiff and super weak, it was the first step closer in getting back to 100% and becoming the goaltender that I want to be for my team next season. This week, I'm back on the ice again, I'm debuting some brand new gear, and I'm talking about my future in the FPHL, and it all starts right now. At the end of the day, I'm doing what feels right for me and chasing down my dream. Skate the brand new G6 set at the historic Richmond Olympic Bowl.
They got the purple on the side, so what happens if you don't go back to Detroit? That's the only problem.
Well, Victoria actually said last night, she's like, you're gonna get traded. You're gonna get a call and you got traded just because you ordered the gear. And it's not even gonna be like another purple team or even like a blue team. It'll be like a green team. We're a Warrior League, so I guess I'll get another set if that happens.
Oh, they look good.
Monkeys does it take to figure out a microphone?
All of a sudden you make your glove smaller. If you've got it like that, it's going to fill up that space, and then all you're doing is going in and down.
So, second skate. We're making progress, still very, very, very stiff. I'm very fortunate to have the world's best girlfriend. She happened to hear the parents talking about me.
They mentioned that the gear looked super nice. I said, yeah, he just got it last night. He was ready to take it out on the ice, try it out. And they said, that's so amazing that he's taking up a new skill at an older age.
Oh my God.
I got equipment. You like them?
They look like pads.
Is it too much? White?
No, I like the white. Tastes good.
Worst case, I will throw barbecue sauce on it if it's absolutely unedible. But I have faith that it's a fantastic dinner you made.
How do I look? Wait.
I think the Motor City offers would be silly not to sign. Save. Backhand. By the time I drive, give me your hand. If I was at home, I probably would have.
Yeah, you're gonna eat on that.
You sanitize it. I watched it sanitize it. Hopefully, one of the last days of physio. So this is the turning point in my rehab from hip surgery. I've spent the last 3 months in physio relearning how to do everything again on my right side, from walking to squatting to hinging, everything from square one. And a lot of the credit has to go to this man right here, Derek, who is the owner of Footbridge Physio. We've been prepping for a few weeks now for my return to the ice, and although I'm not 100% yet, this is the 3-month handoff for the next challenge and the next chapter in my rehab. And this journey starts here at Waterfront Station in downtown Vancouver, across the Vancouver Harbor to a place called North Vancouver. And yes, if you don't live here, I get it, it's super confusing. I also don't know why they don't call everything Vancouver, but that's another video for another day, because across the harbor, and after my caffeine hit at Starbucks, is Level10 Fitness. It's where a lot of athletes train, and a lot of pros that are significantly better than me, as you can tell from the insane collection of jerseys on the wall here. Now this is Jon. First off, he's my new trainer. Second off, he loves short shorts, because thirdly, he does not skip leg day. And again, he is my new trainer and is more importantly the guy that I'm trusting to help get me the most out of this hip surgery. The reality is that I've been blessed by God with an opportunity, and that opportunity was to finally be able to get the surgery that I've needed so desperately for years, and in the rehab process, not miss out on much in Motor City. More on that later. But my focus with Jon is getting all of my pre-surgery strength back, which we are not quite there yet, trying to add range that I now have access to for the first time in my life, and ultimately moving towards my goal of becoming a top 3 goaltender in the FPHL this upcoming season, regardless of what team I play for in the fall. Also, I think at this moment, Jon is telling me something along the lines of how he likes my salad, which I literally got chopped a few hours earlier, right down to the wood. And I'm also a little bit undecided if I want to keep the mullet going for next season or maybe shorten it up for the first time in a couple of years. So let me know in the comments section what you think. But this is the very beginning of the journey with Jon, and I cannot wait to see what him and I can accomplish together over a larger sample size and leading into the next season.
Here this morning?
He's here this morning, yeah. He hasn't left for like 4 hours, this guy. The GoPro's still going. So I'm in downtown Vancouver at the Sutton Place Hotel to meet a friend of mine that I played college hockey with. I room with them in Sweden, and I haven't seen him in about 2 years.
Where the hell invited you.
When I came out for the recruiting trip, there was no coaching staff. The only people out there were Miles, our owner, and Chris Carter, our goalie coach.
He's selling houses now.
I remember Miles taking me for breakfast after the morning skate. He says, listen, Trav, I'm really sorry that Steve didn't show up. And he says, well, I think I have a letter of intent. You want to sign it? I was like, yeah, sure. Miles was not at any of the practices. He'd never seen me. Had no idea what he was getting. I was going to get CCM sticks. Paid for by the team. 3 goals and 50 shots.
Save of the year.
Save of the year. Kept the boys in it. I said to coach after the game, hey, coach, how about those sticks? You stop one more puck, we can talk. Sticks still haven't shown.
No one got sticks. I didn't even get a helmet.
Well, we did get a couple things, but that was only when we left, which, to tell that story. Now, let's talk about my future in Motor City in the FPHL, but first a quick word from today's video sponsor, Kool Karz. Now, Kool Karz just released their ride-on NHL Zamboni, and this beefed-up beauty comes with all 32 NHL team logos, so that you can deck it out with you or your kid's favorite NHL team. It comes with a built-in Zamboni horn and a snow collection tank, which also serves as a storage unit, kind of like a frunk on a Tesla, if you will. This ride-on Zamboni is also one of the best sellers on NHL.com, and although I heavily exceed the 55-pound weight limit and recommended age of 3 to 8 years old, I did find a lighter alternative to ride it, and it turned out amazing. And this is an amazing way for your kids to envision working for their favorite NHL team, or an amazing collector's item for adults of all ages. And you can pick one up, your ride on NHL Zamboni, at the link in the video description at koolkarzplayground.com. And I want to thank Kool Karz again for sponsoring this video.
Are you still a Motor City Rocker?
The Motor City Rockers still own my rights, and they will own my rights until the expansion draft comes. Now, previous to that, they're going to have to make a decision. Who do they want to protect? Do they not want to protect? 13 players, you can protect whoever you want, and then whoever's not protected is open up for the expansion draft. I've had lots of people asking me, do you think they're going to protect you? When you play with the best goalie in the league, there's a catch-22 to it, because Trevor Babin is the best goalie in the FPHL. Simple as that. He's so good that he should be in the SPHL. Maybe you don't protect him because he's going to go up to the SP and never come back down. So why would you waste protecting him? There are so many things that could happen with that, and that is the first component of that.
What's the timeline on the expansion draft? When does that happen?
So the expansion draft is supposed to be end of May. So Baton Rouge or Wytheville would have dibs at me if they wanted to.
Fingers crossed for Baton Rouge. It's not far from New Orleans, man. I've been there before, and that's a great city. I love New Orleans. And I'm still lobbying for the Baton Rouge Red Sticks.
And you can absolutely bet that I will share updates with you about the expansion draft, my free agency, and ultimately what team I signed for to play with for next season when I know, but you gotta hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on those videos. And any of my travel this upcoming summer to Halifax, Nova Scotia, London, Ontario, back to Winnipeg for a few days, all of it. And if you want to hear what's actually going on in minor pro hockey and exclusive stories from the NHL, my hockey career, and more, you got to check out the Sling and the Biscuit podcast that I do every Sunday. It's a 45-minute show that I host with Winnipeg radio legend Dave Wheeler, and there's a link in the video description so that you can listen to it on Apple, Spotify, or the video version here on YouTube. And again, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video and share some more updates about my hockey career, my future, coming up soon. I'll see you next Sunday.